Today, we have a compilation of 5 medicinal plants and their health benefits. So, let's start with Boldo and explore its uses and medicinal properties.
Properties of Boldo. Boldo has digestive, hepatic, diuretic, anti-inflammatory, and antioxidant properties, among many others. But what exactly is Boldo good for? Let us take a closer look at all the main benefits of Boldo for your health. Improves bile and liver functions. Boldo is an alkaloid that stimulates gallbladder function and has beneficial properties for the liver. It also prevents the formation of stones or gallstones in the gallbladder. In other words, it helps to cleanse the blood and liver. Helps improve digestion. Improves digestion when taken as a tea before meals. It is recommended for stomach pain, gastritis, and digestive problems. Boldo improves the action of bile released by the gallbladder in the intestines, helping digest fats and relieving indigestion. The astringent properties it possesses also reduce acidity. It also has digestive and anti-inflammatory properties that relieve the symptoms of some food intolerances such as poor digestion or intestinal colic. Lowers cholesterol levels. This plant helps cleanse the liver and bile cholesterol, removing these fats from the body. Helps in the functioning of the intestine. The alkaloids act as an intestinal relaxant, regulate bowel movements, and are useful in treating constipation. In turn, it reduces gas production and helps treat parasites and intestinal infections. Helps you sleep better. Boldo tea is used to combat insomnia and sleep disorders. Boldo herbal teas reduce anxiety, stress, and nervousness. But before we continue, let us put you to the test. To which family does the Boldo plant belong? Rutaceae, umbellifers, legumes. Think about it carefully because at the end of the video you can check if you were right. If you like the Daily Eco, remember that you can help us continue to create content like this by giving us a super thanks. Reduces migraines and muscle pain. The leaves of the plant can help relieve several headaches thanks to their sedative and calming effects. They're also used to relieve muscle tension thanks to their antispasmodic and muscle relaxant properties. Improves hangovers. This plant helps to cleanse from a substance produced by the liver after alcohol consumption, which is mainly responsible for the hangover symptoms. How to make a Boldo infusion. You will need 1 cup of water and 1 teaspoon of dried Boldo leaves. Add the leaves to the boiling water and let it sit for 10 or 15 minutes. Finally, you just need to strain the tea to remove the leaves. Boldo infusion should be taken immediately after preparation. Boldo side effects. The main side effects that Boldo can cause include allergy or contact dermatitis, drowsiness, headaches, dizziness, and vomiting, especially when used in high doses. It may also cause obstruction of the bile ducts due to its anesthetic effects. Finally, in some rare cases, it may have a mild laxative effect due to its choleratic properties. Contraindications of Boldo. Consumption is not indicated in people suffering from problems with biliary obstruction or severe liver or kidney disease. Also, it should not be taken during pregnancy or lactation due to its high alkaloid content. Avoid taking the essential oil orally and do not exceed the dose, as Boldo may have hypnotic or even narcotic effects. It can also cause diarrhea or vomiting. It should be noted that treatments of more than 4 weeks are also contraindicated. As always, a herbal practitioner with experience in medicinal plants should be consulted before using Boldo. And going back to the question we asked you earlier, have you thought it through? The correct answer is B. It is a medicinal plant that belongs to the umbellifers.
Now that you've learned about Boldo's benefits, let's discuss another medicinal herb, chicory. Properties of chicory. Although chicory's full potential is still being explored, its components hint at a variety of health benefits. It might fight bacteria and fungi, reduce inflammation, regulate blood sugar levels, protect cells from damage, soothe allergies, and much more. While more research is needed, chicory's potential is promising. So let's explore how to incorporate chicory into your diet and discover its specific benefits. Helps the digestive system. Chicory is believed to stimulate the liver and gallbladder, potentially aiding in recovery from issues like hepatitis and food poisoning. Additionally, it may promote better nutrient absorption and even help restore appetite in those feeling sluggish. Strengthens the immune system. Chicory's potential extends beyond digestion. Its antimicrobial, antifungal, anti-allergic, and antioxidant properties suggest it might help strengthen your immune system. Helps the urinary system. Chicory might aid the urinary system by stimulating urine production and potentially helping to eliminate toxins. It's also been used traditionally to address issues like cystitis, urethritis, and other urinary tract infections. Contributes to skin health. Chicory has been used historically as a poultice, a thick paste applied topically to promote healing. It may offer relief for skin irritations or wounds. It is used in the food industry. Chicory is a versatile plant with culinary uses. Its leaves can be enjoyed raw or cooked, while the roasted ground root provides a popular coffee substitute. Additionally, chicory's high inulin content makes it a potential alternative to sugar and fat in processed foods, and it can be used as a natural sweetener for beverages. It is a phytoremediator. Chicory showcases its environmental benefits by acting as a phytoremediator. This means it has the potential to absorb and degrade harmful substances from the soil, including heavy metals. Chicory might even help tackle persistent environmental toxins. But before we continue, let's put you to the test. What color can chicory flowers be? Red, yellow, blue? All of the above are correct. Think about it carefully because at the end of the video you can check if you were right. If you like the Daily Eco, remember that with a super thanks you can help us continue creating content like this. How to take chicory. A popular method is the infusion, often referred to as chicory tea. Simply pour boiling water over chicory leaves, let them steep for a soothing experience, and then strain. Traditionally, 1 cup a day is recommended, particularly for constipation relief according to historical uses. For a more concentrated option, there are extracts. Made from the roots, these extracts have been used historically to combat malaria. Another method is decoction. This involves simmering chicory plant material, which can be the leaves, roots, or both, in water for a longer duration. The resulting liquid is then strained for consumption. And finally, for those seeking a more concentrated form, chicory is also available in tinctures, powders, and pills. These are typically found in health food stores. Contraindications of chicory. While chicory boasts a long history of use and various studies have generally deemed it as safe for consumption, there are, of course, some important considerations. If you have hypertension or experience irregular blood pressure, chicory might not be suitable for you. It may, in fact, potentially worsen these conditions. Before incorporating chicory into your routine, especially in concentrated forms like extracts, powders, or pills, it is crucial to consult with a doctor or healthcare provider. They can advise on appropriate dosage and identify any potential interactions with medications you are already taking. And going back to the question we asked you before, have you thought it through? Well, the correct answer is C.
Are you thinking of trying chicory? Well,
you might be more intrigued by the popular ashwagandha.
Properties of ashwagandha. Research shows that this shrub has numerous properties, including antioxidant, anti-inflammatory, astringent, anti-tumor, antibacterial, among many others. Ashwagandha contains various bioactive compounds such as tannins, flavonoids, alkaloids, glycosides, and steroidal lactones in its leaves, stems, and roots. The group of steroidal alkaloids and lactones are known as withanolides and act as antioxidants. Now, let's look at its 8 main benefits. Control anxiety and stress. Thanks to its adaptogenic properties, it is used as a natural remedy to stabilize mood, as it acts on cortisol, reducing stress and anxiety. Prevents deterioration of cognitive functions. Its bioactive components are nootropic, meaning that they increase brain activity, stimulate memory, and facilitate learning. There are studies conducted in people with mild cognitive impairment in which positive results were obtained thanks to ashwagandha. Improves the functions of the reproductive system. Ashwagandha improves sperm motility and increases sperm volume and concentration, thereby improving sperm quality in men. Also, it increases testosterone levels. Improves physical performance. Studies suggest that this plant can increase physical performance by increasing maximum oxygen consumption. But before we continue, let us put you to the test. By what other name is ashwagandha known? Bafara, Indian ginseng, winter cherry. All of the above are correct. Think about it carefully because at the end of the video you can check if you were right. Prevents and delays cell damage. Due to its antioxidant properties, ashwagandha is able to eliminate free radicals from the immune system, preventing or delaying cell damage. Therefore, it plays a key role in the prevention of certain diseases. Promotes sleep. Ashwagandha promotes sleep and helps relieve insomnia. In fact, studies on mice have shown that thanks to the chemical compounds contained in this plant, the phase corresponding to deep sleep occurs more easily. Relieves inflammation pain. Due to its anti-inflammatory properties, it relieves pain caused by inflammation, for example in patients with arthritis or osteoarthritis. It is therapeutic for disorders of the central nervous system. Studies on the active components of ashwagandha suggest that this plant can also be used to treat diseases such as Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease. How to take ashwagandha? This plant concentrates the highest percentage of beneficial compounds in its roots, so the consumption of this part of the plant is highly recommended. In any case, this plant is very easy to find, especially in pharmacies and dietetics. In general, it is available in the form of extracts, tablets, and powders, and there are several commercial brands from which you can choose. Contraindications. Ashwagandha, taken in recommended doses, has no known high toxicity or side effects to date and can be safely used in humans. However, it is not recommended for pregnant women, as consumption of this plant in high doses can be abortifacient. A specialist should be consulted before taking it, as the combination of ashwagandha with other medications taken daily may cause adverse effects. And going back to the question we asked you before, have you thought it through? The correct answer is C. Ashwagandha is also known as the winter cherry.
Next, let's talk about the properties of a well-known medicinal plant, widow's thrill or Kalanchoe.
Kalanchoe properties. To understand the properties of Kalanchoe, we must first know the reasons behind them. These plants produce chemicals with interesting and useful biological activity that can be used to treat a variety of health problems. These chemical compounds of Kalanchoe are flavonoids and bufadinolides. Flavonoids are plant pigments that have anti-inflammatory properties in our bodies and that are also powerful antioxidants. Bufadinolides, on the other hand, are steroids that are believed to have a positive effect against cancer. Consequently, among the properties of Kalanchoe, we find that it's anti-tumor, antihistamine, anti-inflammatory, and immunomodulatory. What is Kalanchoe good for? First of all, it helps us treat infections, inflammations, and burns. It also prevents rheumatic diseases and ulcers. In addition, it helps us reduce premature aging of the body and fight the leishmaniasis parasite, a disease that manifests on the skin and can even lead to death. There is no evidence to support the widespread belief that it has curative properties for cancer. The anti-tumor effect has only been demonstrated on living tissues in petri dishes, but there is no guarantee that it will work on living beings. Only 3 of all types have been tested on mice and have not produced successful results. Finally, the anti-cancer effect will not be achieved by eating the leaves, because the active ingredients need to be isolated and refined to improve their performance, in addition to many other pharmacological procedures. But before we continue, let us put you to the test. By what other name is the Kalanchoe plant known as? Chandelier plant, mother-in-law plant, devil's backbone. All the above names are correct. Think about it carefully, because at the end of the video you can check if you were right. If you like the Daily Eco, remember that you can help us continue to create content like this by giving us a super thanks. How to take Kalanchoe? There are several ways to consume Kalanchoe, the majority of which are edible. Some of the ways we can take Kalanchoe are in salads, juices, and infusions. But we can also use it externally by making a cream from the juice of its leaves and petroleum jelly, and applying it to the skin. The recommended dose per person should not exceed 30 grams of green leaves per day. For infusions, the recommended dose is 3 per day before each meal. It is also not advisable to consume the whole plant. In any case, a doctor should be consulted to determine the correct dose. Side effects and contraindications. Excessive consumption can have consequences for your health. Let us look at what these side effects are. In the cardiovascular system, it could increase heart rate and cause tachycardia. In the endocrine system, its long-term consumption could cause hypothyroidism. In the immune system, it could cause general immunosuppression by inhibiting the production of lymphocytes. On the other hand, it contains metabolites, such as mucilage, which could cause allergic reactions if consumed in excess. Other side effects resulting from the consumption of large quantities are depression, swelling, belching, paralysis of the tongue, and excessive salivation. This plant is contraindicated for pregnant women, children, elderly people, and people with hypertension. And coming back to the question we asked you before, have you thought it through? The correct answer is D. Kalanchoe is also known by all of these names.
And finally, we'll explore the benefits of mugwort.
Mugwort properties. Mugwort is known as a medicinal plant because it has various properties. Some of these are: it's anti-inflammatory because it relieves tissue inflammation. It's antispasmodic because it relieves muscle spasms. It's antiseptic because it helps reduce the risk of infection. It's antihypertensive because it controls high blood pressure. It's antidepressant because it relieves symptoms of mild depression. It's immunomodulatory because it improves the response of the immune system. It's also hepatoprotective because it protects the liver. It's vermifuge because it can eliminate parasites. It's estrogenic because it stimulates the production of estrogens. And finally, it is antimalarial because it prevents and relieves the symptoms of malaria. Mugwort offers a wide range of benefits thanks to its various metabolites and useful compounds, such as organic acids and flavonoids. So, let's take a look at some of its benefits. It's good for the stomach. It is very effective against intestinal problems, helping to regulate its function, relieve severe pain, and improve the absorption of nutrients. In turn, it prevents heaviness in the stomach, flatulence and nausea. Also, thanks to its vermicidal action, it helps to remove internal parasites from the digestive system, helps in the elimination of toxins. Thanks to its hepatoprotective properties, it promotes bile secretion and helps in the elimination of toxins. Eliminates parasites. It has a mosquito repellent effect and can eliminate external parasites such as fleas and ticks. Helps regulate the menstrual cycle. It helps regulate the menstrual cycle and relieves premenstrual symptoms as well as those of menopause. It is used to treat malaria. This is because one of the compounds in mugwort, Artemisia, works quickly in symptomatic patients. It is believed to help with tumors. It may have beneficial effects in patients with tumors because it can act on tumor cells. However, this property is still being researched. Now, before we continue, let us put you to the test. How high can the mugwort plant grow? 1 meter, 2 meters, 3 meters. Think about it carefully because at the end of the video you can check if you were right. How to take mugwort. Mugwort has been consumed in various ways for a long time, even in the Middle Ages. Nowadays, it is available in various stores such as herbal stores and pharmacies. However, we always recommend you to consult a specialist before consuming it. So let us learn how to take mugwort. First of all, mugwort can be consumed as an infusion. In Europe, a strong tea is prepared from its dried leaves, stems and flowers. It combines very well with chamomile, hypericum, fennel, horehound and others. Another way to take mugwort is mother tinctures, where you can take the drops directly or add them to the drink at different times of the day. Always give the number of drops indicated by the person who prescribed it or on the bottle. Mugwort can also be taken in the form of a powder made from leaves and flowers, and you can also add this to an infusion. If you like the Daily Eco, remember that you can help us continue to create content like this with a super thank you. Mugwort contraindications. Mugwort, despite its beneficial properties, is very dangerous for pregnant or nursing women because it is an abortifacient herb. Also, you should avoid taking it in high concentrations at all costs, as it can cause nervous system changes such as seizures in certain individuals. Mugwort has negative interactions with certain drugs used to treat migraines and with some drugs used to treat HIV. For these reasons, we always recommend that you consult with your doctor before taking mugwort. And going back to the question we asked you earlier, have you thought it through? The correct answer is B. The mugwort plant, when planted in the ground and under the right circumstances, can grow up to 2 meters tall.
Well, now that you know about these 5 amazing plants, will you start using any of them to enjoy their medicinal benefits? Let us know in the comments, and until next time.